Good afternoon all. In previous lecture we had discussed with the skeleton system chart as well as the bones which I had shown you. Today we will discuss with the next topic, joint. What is joint? Two bones or more than two bones or bone and cartilage are joined together and form joint. Here, in few two bones are joined together. In few joints, two or more bones are joined together, and in few joints, bone is attached with the cartilage. Majority, each and every joint acts as a fulcrum. Okay, later on we will discuss that. Bones are associated with muscles and promotes movement and locomotion. So bones are connected to the muscles, and majority the one muscle pass through minimum one joint. The one muscle pass through minimum one joint, and due to that joint movement, muscle movement occur, as well as we are able to perform movement as well as locomotion. Majority joint acts as a fulcrum. Generally, fulcrum, force and effort, these three words are there. It is related to lever. L-E-V-E-R. I am talking about L-E-V-E-R, lever, fulcrum. Suppose example, on the centermost side fulcrum is there. So if one side you apply the force, on the other side of the fulcrum you obtain the effort. So fulcrum is represented as F, and another F, this is force and this is effort. Just for example, see, this is elbow joint. Okay, this is elbow joint. So just in front of the elbow joint, if I will apply the force, suppose I am holding this many markers. Okay, so here force is applied there. On the opposite side of the elbow joint, so here you know that bicep muscles Fine. Biceps in the front of the arm. Here triangle shaped deltoid muscle, and back of this arm tricep muscle is there. So the effort is seen in the bicep muscle, but fulcrum is majority in the joint. Fine. So joint acts as a fulcrum mostly. Here three types of joints are there. Fibrous or sutural joints or immovable joints. Second, cartilaginous or partially movable joints. And third, synovial or freely movable joints. Let us discuss in detail one by one. Fibrous joint or sutural joint or immovable joint. So here all the bones are fused together. Generally bones are fused together, joined together. For example, all sutural joints in skull. Yes, in the skull all the bones are joined together, just look like a stitching. સિલાઈ લીધું હોય એવું લાગે. Bones are joined together just like a sewing. Fine. So all the sutural joints in the skull, are immovable. I am not talking about the mandible and ear bones. Fine. So previously I had told to you that in skull 7 bones are movable, 6 ear bones and 1 facial bone. Fine. Along with that, thecodont, teeth, root of teeth and socket of jaw. Another example, sacral bone, coccygeal bone, etc. in these types of the joints, find all the bones are fused together and it is immovable one. But this all the bones are cartilaginous in nature first. Fine. But later on calcium and phosphorus deposition is there. So that bone become much more stronger. Okay. Second is cartilaginous joint or partial movable joint. Okay, so here the bones are joined together. By cartilages and allow partial movement only. Fine. Little bit movement occur inside it. Just for example, joint between two vertebrae by intervertebral disc. So the two vertebrae are joined together with the help of intervertebral disc. Intervertebral disc, it is cartilage. And partial movement, little bit movement occurs in the vertebral column. But limited partial movements of each and every vertebrae joined together. Okay, and complete movement is formed. So partially movement of the each and every vertebrae allow the movement of the neck as well as allow the movement of the trunk also, like that. Okay, all the costal cartilages of ribs and the sternum, this allow the partial movement. Just example, rib cage movement you assume here. Okay, so this is about the cartilaginous joint or partial movable joint. Now the third is freely movable joint or synovial joint. Just for example, first I can draw the one diagram of the synovial joint. Yes, yeah, now you know that this is the knee joint. So femur and tibia join together and form the knee joint. So here just laterally the red color region, it is known as synovial membrane. So this synovial membrane consists the specialized cells known as synovial cells. And this synovial cells produce the fluid. So this blue colored portion, that is known as synovial fluid. So here it nourish the joint and acts as lubricating fluid. Prevent the friction between the two bones. So just for example, we are doing the movement. It is frictionless movement because synovial fluid is accumulated in each and every joint in adequate amount. But in aged persons, due to the age changes, due to the aging, changes occur in the body and gradually the synovial fluid production decreases. As a result, the two bones are friction together. At that time we feel the friction between the two bones. So this synovial fluid, it nourishes the joint, it gives the nourishment to the joint, maintain the proper composition and structure of the joint, as well as it acts as a lubricating fluid which prevents the friction in the joint. Prevents friction between the two bones. So let us discuss in detail about the types of synovial joint. Here generally 5 types are there. Ball and socket type of joint first. See. Now you know that one ball of the bone fused with the socket of the another bone. Yes, socket just like glenoid cavity and acetabulum are the sockets. But ball and socket type of joints moves in all directions. Just for example, if I am doing flexion, extension, abduction, adduction, so front movement, back movement, side movement, and along with that circumduction and along with that rotation. So all these type of the movements are seen in ball and socket type of joint. So it moves in all the directions. For example, shoulder joints and hip joints. So in our body, 4 joints are of ball and socket type. So shoulder joint between the humerus and glenoid cavity, hip joint, the joint between the acetabulum and the femur. Now hinge joint. Hinge joint, it moves only in one direction. Just for example, elbow joint. Yes, now you note down that elbow joint, it is the joint between the humerus and ulna. So elbow joint is also known as humero-ulnar joint. Please remember, there is no any part of the radius in the elbow joint. So humero-ulnar joint. Knee joint. Tibio-femoral joint. Okay, so elbow joint and knee joint are hinge type of joint, so it move only in one direction. Pivot joint. One bone is stable and another bone is rotating. Inside it. For example, the joint between atlas and axis is known as atlanto-axial joint. Yes, you know that. Atlas is fused with the skull, whereas axis, the projection is known as odontoid process. The projection of the axis bone is known as odontoid process, and it is entered inside the atlas bone and it rotates inside it. So this type of the joint is known as pivot joint. Now, gliding joint. the joint of the carpal, one bone rotate over each other and vice versa. Joint between radius and ulna, so we are doing this type of the movement. Fine. This type of the movement, radius move over the ulna move over the radius. And similarly tibia and fibula, we are rotating the leg region. Fine. So this is known as gliding joint. And fifth one is known as saddle joint. The thumb joint. The thumb is moved in all directions, but in the limited range. Okay, so this is about the types of joints. So I hope you understand this. Now, disorders. Disorders of muscular and skeletal system. First is myasthenia gravis. Okay, myasthenia gravis. Here it is autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorder means our immune system can attack on our body itself. So this is known as autoimmune disease. Okay? Affect neuromuscular junction. So it disturbs the transfer of the impulse through neuromuscular junction. As a result, fatigue occurs. Fatigue means tiredness, lactic acid formation inside the muscles, weakness as well as paralysis. And sometimes due to the paralysis, death occurs. So this is myasthenia gravis. Second is muscular dystrophy. Muscular dystrophy can be discovered by Duchenne's. That's why it is known as Duchenne's muscular dystrophy, DMD. Here it is genetic disorder The genes are affected there. And gradually, due to genetic disorder, muscles lose their properties. Contractibility, relaxability, stretchability, elasticity, conductivity, all these properties are gradually lost and muscles are not able to move or not able to perform any type of the function, leads to prolonged dystrophy. After prolonged time, the muscles are dystrophied, means non-functional at all. So person is unable to do the movement. Fine. Now tetany. See, tetany and tetanus both are different. Fine. So tetany here, rapid movement, tetanic contraction कहेवाय. Tetanic contraction means spasm of the muscles. The muscle perform tetanic contraction. The muscles become much more stiff. Muscles become much more tight and cannot allow the normal movement as well as a shaking movement occur also. Arthritis. Inflammation of joints. Now here three types. First, osteoarthritis, OA. Due to decreased amount of synovial fluid. Majority seen in aged person greater than 50 years of age. Most affected joint is knee joint. So knee joint, in that decrease the synovial fluid. As a result, both the joints come together and friction movement occurs. Fine. So it is seen in the aged person. Second is known as rheumatoid arthritis. RA. So in rheumatoid arthritis, it's an autoimmune disorder joints become stiff and immovable. No treatment for this. Fine. So only symptomatic relief. If the person has pain in the joint, allow it to little bit move. If pain is there, use the painkillers, and slightly doing the exercise in the each and every joint is a temporary relief in the rheumatoid arthritis. Now the third arthritis is gouty arthritis. Gouty arthritis is known as GA. Occurs due to gout, and gout is what? It is metabolic disorder in which uric acid is formed more and accumulated in joints. So joints become more stiff, painful, and later on immovable. It is mostly seen in the person who takes large amount of proteins. So gout is metabolic disorder. So here uric acid is formed. So uric acid is accumulated in the joint. So as a result, in joint large knots are formed, मोटी गांठ बनी जाए, and it fixed the joint, stiff the joint. And the last disease is osteoporosis. Bones become more spongy, fragile, means breakable. In pregnant lady, it is very common. Due to less amount of estrogen. The person who takes steroid for long time, in that it is commonly seen. no treatment, only calcium supplement to prevent further damage. So here these are the disorders of the osteoporosis. So here this is about the 20th chapter. I hope you understand these many topics. So here I can stop now.